I never liked medical bays. Human ones smelled like antiseptic and fear. Alien ones smelled worse. Ozone, unfamiliar metals, and a faint sweetness that made your skin prickle like static. I sat on the edge of the examination platform aboard Station Kepri 9, watching the light panels shift color as the station rotated. Outside the viewport, the stars looked distant and uncaring. Inside, I was just another human guest, a polite word the Galactic Concord used for controlled species. The door hissed open. She entered quietly. The nurse was Zalari, tall and willowy, her pale blue skin marked with faint bioluminescent veins that pulsed softly beneath the surface. Her eyes were too large by human standards, all silver and black, reflecting light instead of absorbing it. She wore the standard medical sash of the Concord, but something about her posture was hesitant. "Subject Ethan Ward," she said gently. "Routine adaptive compatibility injection." I sighed. That's the third routine shot this month. She gave a small, unreadable smile. Humans are complex. That was one word for it. Ever since humanity joined the Galactic Concord, we'd been poked, scanned, injected, and observed. Officially, it was for our safety, helping our bodies adapt to alien pathogens, radiation spectrums, and gravity variances. Unofficially, I suspected we were a fascinating anomaly they didn't quite trust. I rolled up my sleeve. Her fingers brushed my arm as she swabbed the skin. They were cool, almost soothing. She hesitated again, injector hovering just above my vein. "You may experience unusual effects," she said softly. I raised an eyebrow. "Unusual how?" Her eyes flicked toward the door, then back to me. She leaned closer, lowering her voice to a whisper meant only for me. "Now watch what happens." The injector clicked. A sharp sting shot through my arm, followed by a spreading warmth. No, not warmth. Pressure. Like something unfolding inside my bloodstream, stretching outward through nerves I didn't know I had. I gasped, gripping the edge of the platform. Zalari stepped back quickly. "Stay calm. Do not resist it." "Resist what?" I snapped, teeth clenched. The room blurred. My heartbeat thundered in my ears, each pulse echoing louder than the last. The lights overhead flickered, not randomly, but in rhythm with my pulse. I could feel the station around me, the hum of its power conduits vibrating through my bones. Then came the pain. Not sharp, not burning, expansive, like my body was suddenly too small for whatever was waking up inside it. I cried out as invisible pressure pushed against my skull. Images flooded my mind, alien languages I'd never learned, spatial maps of the station, energy flows, gravitational vectors. I saw through walls, not with eyes, but with awareness. And then silence. The pain vanished. I stood there, breathing hard, my hands glowing faintly with a pale gold light. Zalari stared. "Oh," she whispered. "It worked." "What worked?" I demanded. Before she could answer, alarm screamed to life. Red lights flooded the medical bay as the station's AI barked warnings in multiple languages. Anomalous energy signature detected. Security response initiated. I looked at my hands. The glow faded, but the sensation remained, like a second nervous system layered over my own. Zalari grabbed my wrist. "You must leave. Now." Care to explain why security is about to storm in with plasma rifles? I asked. Her jaw tightened. Because the injection was never approved. We barely made it out before the guards arrived. The corridors felt different. No, I felt different. I knew where every patrol was before we turned corners. I sensed energy surges seconds before doors opened. My body reacted faster than my thoughts. We ducked into a maintenance conduit, the hatch sealing behind us. "You altered me," I said quietly, staring at her in the dim light. She met my gaze without flinching. "I revealed you." "What does that mean?" Zalari sank down against the wall. "Humans were misclassified." That got my attention. "The Concord believes your species is physically fragile, neurologically limited, and technologically dependent," she continued. "But your biology hides dormant structures, ancient ones. You adapt not by resisting change, but by integrating it." I laughed bitterly. "So we're walking science experiments." "No," she said softly. "You are potential threats." The injection, she explained, was a medicine. It was a catalyst, a compound designed to awaken latent traits in species flagged as theoretical hazards. Traits the Concord preferred to keep dormant. "You weren't supposed to react this strongly," she admitted. "Not this fast." Footsteps echoed outside the conduit. "They're coming," I said. I raised my hand instinctively, and the metal wall rippled outward like water. Zalari stared, stunned. I stared too. "What the hell did I just do?" "You manipulated localized energy fields," she said in awe. "That's impossible for untrained minds." "Apparently not." We escaped the station that night in a stolen courier shuttle. The Concord labeled me a rogue anomaly, issued containment orders, and quietly reclassified humanity from minor species to conditional risk. But it didn't stop there. Over the following weeks, my abilities stabilized and expanded. I could sense hostile intent before weapons were drawn. I could disrupt energy weapons with a thought, bend gravity just enough to throw enemies off balance. I wasn't invincible, but I was no longer helpless. Zalari stayed with me, teaching me what she could, guiding me through the chaos she'd helped unleash. "Why me?" I asked her one night as we drifted between systems. She hesitated. "Because you reminded me of my people before the Concord found us." Her species had once been like mine, adaptive, unpredictable, dangerous. The Concord had neutered them with control protocols and genetic dampeners. Zalari had joined medical service hoping to help others avoid the same fate. Instead, she'd sparked something the galaxy wasn't ready for. The Concord eventually found us. 3 warships dropped out of hyperspace ahead of our shuttle, weapons primed. Ethan Ward boomed a voice across all channels. "Surrender for containment. You are a destabilizing element." I looked at Zalari. She looked terrified, but proud. I opened the channel. "You spent decades studying us," I said calmly. "And you still don't understand." "What is that?" the commander demanded. "We don't break," I continued. "We evolve." I reached outward, not with anger, but with intent. The warship's weapon systems went dark. Their shields flickered, then failed, not destroyed, just disengaged. The commanders panicked, shouting orders that went nowhere. I could have crushed them. I didn't. "This is your warning," I said. "Leave humanity alone. Or next time, we won't stop at disabling systems." Silence followed. Then the warships retreated. In the months that followed, rumors spread. Humans resisting Concord control. Humans surviving encounters that should have killed them. Humans no longer content to be studied quietly. I didn't become a warlord. I didn't start an empire. I became a symbol. And it all began with an alien nurse, a whispered warning, and a single injection that unlocked something the galaxy had tried very hard to keep buried. Zalari once asked me if I regretted it. I looked at my scarred arm, at the faint glow beneath my skin. "No," I said. "Good," she replied softly, "because this is only the beginning."